Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Well, crazy windy out here today, but that seems to be the theme with my channel anymore. Crazy windy flights with Fat Guy. And we're going to take up the HABU SS. I'm running a 3200 Spectrum Smart Pack 6S. And we'll take her up and have some fun. Let's get her out in the field. And we'll come back after the bench here and give you a battery report. All right, going to take up the HABU SS. Right, left, up, down, right, left.
Motor is armed. Be careful.
Simple 4-channel control, 6S HABU sport jet. Alright, stand back just a little bit to keep her in frame the best I can. Trying to find that happy medium with a hat cam to where I can get her as zoomed in as possible electronically, but at the same time be able to keep her in frame. That's the challenge, so that y'all don't have to always say, well, it looks like a speck on the screen. Well, you can't exactly film and zoom at the same time and fly and all that. All right, into the wind. Oh, is it windy? Crazy windy. Yeah, not gonna be able to do too much today. Look at that. How slow that's flying now.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Into the wind, full speed.
ESC 21.2 volts. Time remaining 2 minutes.
All right, let's see if we can't land this plane. You gotta remember now, the HABU will float and float and float.
Braking. Brakes
All
off.
right. Grass ops. There you go.
ESC 21.4 volts.
Land her in the grass this time. Took off in the grass. There you go. Complete grass ops. Land and take off. However, there is some danger with doing that with an EDF, especially an EDF that sits this low to the ground. I'll show you that in the battery report here in just a second. Power motor's off, just so you know. All right.
Braking. Brakes off. Time remaining 1 minute.
All right, we got one more, man. Let's try one. Do one more takeoff and landing. Old Tokyo slide there.
ESP 21.2 volts.
I'm out of the power completely now. Just gliding her in. That little maneuver I just did with the rudder helps slow you down a little bit.
Braking. Brakes off.
All right. Let's take her back to the bench, get your battery report. All right, first off, I was telling you there's some dangers involved with flying and landing and taking off with an EDF that's very low to the ground. And what I'm looking for, I'm looking down the inlets here, and I'm looking to see if there's grass or debris that has blown up in there. And so far, it looks good. I don't see any, and I got a very good unobstructed view there of the EDF, the fans, and I don't see anything back up in there. So I'm good with that. The grass is apparently dry enough that it blew right on through. If it had any kind of moisture to it at all, though, you could suck some of that up in those inlets, and they get wrapped around that EDF, and then next thing you know, you're wondering, how come my plane doesn't fly as fast, or sounds like it's laboring? Well, there you go. That's why. Now, today I had the 3200 6S almost all the way forward, maybe, I can't get my finger in there, maybe a 1/4 inch back from the front. I specifically wanted it to be a little on the nose heavy side, strictly because I'm in the heavy wind, so I want more of a nose in attitude. A little on the nose heavy side for wind is advisable. Yes, I know I have telemetry. Yes, I know I have all that. I can look on the monitor to see what my battery life is. But I'll be honest, anymore, I just soon use my checker. I know it takes a little bit longer, but you say, well, what's the point of having all that? Well, yeah, you're right. What is the point? I just soon check it this way. 51% left. So I could have flown. I flew for 3 minutes and 25 seconds, and I got 50-something% left. So honestly, on a 3200 with this jet, you could get an easy 4.5 minutes, maybe even push it to 5 if you really use throttle management. But a good solid 4 to 4.5 if you're going to have fun with it. So where you burn a lot of your battery life is when you first take off, as you're really hitting it to get up in the air. So there you go. My rates that I flew in today, I love the HABU, but it does have the ugliest RC pilot in the history of all RC planes. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but he has this like smashed looking face and nose, but that's okay. We love him because he sure can fly good. He's a good pilot, and we love him. All right, the rates that I flew in today, my ailerons were 100% throws with 30% expo. My elevator was 125% throws with 30% expo. I like a lot of elevator on a HABU. And rudder was 100% with 30% expo all the way around. That's the, honestly, I have other rates. I got the typical 70/30 and probably like 85/30 for a mid. But I fly her in 100%, or more, 30% expo. That's just how I like to fly. It's what I'm used to. Anyways, folks, that is the HABU SS. Great if you're looking for your first 6S your first 6S powered EDF, this is a great choice. But just understand that a HABU will float and float and float like a trainer. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily, you can get off the throttle like you saw me flying, it was gliding in. A traditional EDF though will not do that. You get off the throttle, she starts dropping like a stone. So you have to fly an EDF. So take that with a grain of salt. Okay. To me, the HABUs are great flying jets, are a blast to fly, and definitely a fun plane worth having. I think everyone should have at least one HABU, whether the 50, the 4S one, or this one. However, what I danger people in is they fly this HABU SS on a 6S, and they think, oh, I can fly that thing, no problem. And then they go to Motion RC and they buy a 90 millimeter F-16, and now they can't figure out why they crashed. Now they got better part of $700 worth of foam pile now. And because the disciplines are different with a HABU than they are with a traditional EDF. A regular jet will not float in like that. You fly it in under power with some speed. The HABU, you can float it in like a trainer. They literally can be your first airplanes, period. They are that floaty. So, do I recommend them as jet trainers? Not really. Do I recommend them as a fun plane? It's a lot that I highly recommend having. Oh yes, definitely. But if you're looking at strictly from the sense to learn EDFs in their pure form and learn how to fly them, I don't recommend the EDF. A lot of people are going to disagree with me on that. But just for the floatiness and the ease of flying, I don't recommend to learn EDFs from that perspective. So y'all can leave me comments if you like. But they're just, to me, too floaty to learn EDFs. To me, the best EDF, honestly, the absolute best EDF to learn EDFs is the Arrows Marlin. It is by far, you have to fly it, but it's not so blisteringly fast that you can't, it's intimidating. But you have to fly it. You have to learn the EDF discipline. And so I highly recommend that as your first EDF. If you're wanting a plane, now if you're wanting another EDF, something to have some fun with, this is great. I mean, this is a lot of fun. This is definitely very much a sports jet, and just a blast to fly. But I don't recommend it to train EDFs from purely learning EDFs. Okay, I know I keep beating the dead horse there. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching. That's just my 2 cents. Y'all have a good and God bless y'all. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, HABU, and God is good. Bye bye. And it's windy. Woo, it's windy.